Assalamu alaikum, dear friends, how are you? I welcome you here on my training channel. My name is Abdul Khalid, my dear friends. Look, we are controlled by our minds. So, this small portion of us controls the rest of all our body, our action, and everything else. So, for that reason and purpose, this part of our us must be utilized in a better way so that the rest of our actions could become better and could produce better results. Today we have taken it. What are the way to do a work to use our mind so that the better and more better and even more better results are created out of all that. So, dear friends and fellows, look, once we were, trying to find certain material on the subject, how to use our mind better, what are the exercises of the mind, we could come across some eight things which are very important indeed. If we want to accomplish more in a lesser amount of time, if at all we can work better, live better. So there are eight techniques, or call it eight, mental exercises. Let's look upon all of those eight mental exercises one by one. First of all, it is the breathing. Focus on the basics. The first of all, it is start with the basics, and this is breathing. Breathing. Nothing is as important as this one. We are seen. We are seen, dear friends, doing it unconsciously. Okay, unconsciously, it is okay. But for some of the time, for some half an hour a day, we need to do it consciously. Like I, like I'm looking upon my breathing, the air that is visible, which I'm inhaling, it goes from my nostril into my lungs, and there it cleanses the whole of my interior. It does come out through my mouth. So that is what I'm looking upon. This is what I'm seeing, and also I'm feeling the freshness which has been created by each of the breath. So we need to pay attention. We need to focus. We need to start with the basics. And the first thing is that of the breathing. So this exercise in a single day for 15 minutes, maybe 15 minutes in the morning, or 15 minutes in the morning, that will be okay. Start with the basic. So that is the mental exercise number one. Now the number two is make time for mindfulness and meditation. Making time for the mindfulness, making time for the meditation is very important. So what is, because it relaxes our mind, it refreshes our mind, like the breathing, it refreshes our mind, it refreshes the whole of our body, and it energizes us. So what is the way, what if at all there is any simple way to do this mindful and the meditation? I think that it has a lot to do with we need to sit relaxed at a better place, and we can start looking at a single point, not staring but staying very relaxed, and then it comes to the mind. There are always, our mind is filled with the thoughts. Every waking hour and is filled with the thoughts. What we have to do at the moment is, while we are doing the meditation, we need to look upon, like, the thoughts are coming into my mind, but none of the thoughts stays there forever. Every thought which comes have to go out, it have to make an exit. And without, I don't make the judgment about any of the thought. I don't give my opinion at all against any of the thought. Rather, I just get a thought which has entered into my mind, but it leaves my mind at the same time. It is like a stream in the jungle. There are teeth on the both sides of this flowing stream, and the leaves are falling in that stream. The stream does not allow any of the leaf to stay. Rather, every leaf is going out. So, dear friends and fellows, in the same manner, we can use our mind as a stream of the fresh water, and and the thoughts which are coming to our mind are like the falling leaves of the trees, but these leaves does not stay there, and I don't make any sort of judgment at all against any of the thought. So that is the mental exercise number two. Now the mental exercise number three is embrace the concept of impermanence. Embrace the concept of impermanence. What is impermanent, by the way? Nothing is permanent here in this world. Almost everything, whether the time is a good one or it is a bad one, whether I'm comfortable or uncomfortable, whether I'm happy or unhappy, the time will just pass away. The time is not going to stay at all with you at all. So the time will not stay with you at all. So my dear friends and fellows, I think what we need to do is that we must be embracing the concept of impermanence. So I believing that whatever turn my life has brought, it will go away and it will not remain with me. So my part of the work is to play it well, to enjoy it well, or at least to stay relaxed, and relaxed during this time. So that is the concept of impermanence. If I and you, if at all any of the human being, if at all we are not permanent here in this world, how come the situation, the things which are there in my life are going to stay in my life forever? I think it will just go away. Be patient, be patient, be patient. Learn whatever can be learned out of that. But the patience is the ultimate thing. So here, embrace the concept of impermanence. Now, the fourth thing is practice mindful eating. Practicing mindful eating. What is this practice of the mindful eating? It is like, whatever I'm eating, I should not be eating habitually. Rather, what is needed here is that I need to pay attention to what I am eating, what I'm eating. Do I need it? Ah, I don't need all that. So that is mindful eating. Now, the fifth is develop an attitude of gratitude. The fifth mental exercise is develop an attitude of gratitude. What is this? What is the attitude we are already having? Is it that of the gratitude? No. It is that of the complaints. It is that of the criticism. It is that of the despair. It is never that of the gratitude. We need to do just the very opposite of all that. We need to stop complaining. We need to start criticizing. We need to start talking desperately, about anything else. Rather, we need to become grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whatever we have been given and gifted with. Although I don't have everything else, although there are certain things which I don't possess in my life, but I need that. But still, there are things which I do have, and these things are extremely important, much more important than any other thing. Like I am alive, most of my organs, or maybe all or most of my body part, my organs are working properly. So I think this is something which cannot be bought even with $1 billion, billions of dollars. So I think I do possess certain things. These certain things are extremely important, because now, if at all I do have certain problems, it is okay. But at the same time, there are plenty and plenty of problems which the rest of the world is facing, but I'm free of all that. So this actually means that we need to become grateful, developing the attitude of gratitude. So that is something which is the number five out of the eight mental exercises. Now the sixth is incorporate mindful breaks into your day. Yes, mindful breaks into your day. What is this one, by the way? So dear friends and fellows, breaks are very important. Breaks are very important indeed. And what is being said about these breaks? There is a Pomodoro technique. Pomodoro technique say that do any work which you have to do for 25 minutes with enough amount of focus. If at all something comes to your mind, tell this thought that okay, I'm busy at the moment, but after a while only I will pay attention to you. Then after the 25 minutes of the focused work, have a break of 5 minutes. But this break should not be on your chair or where you're working. You must leave that spot for 5 minutes, and do it for three times. 25 minutes of work and 5 minutes of break. After that, once you do it for the fourth time, the 25 minutes of the work, then 15 minutes of break is needed. So that is the Pomodoro technique, which has been appreciated across the world. So this is what is, it is the sixth is incorporate mindful breaks into your day. Now the seventh is embrace the power of single tasking. What happens? Sometimes we are doing more than one task at a time. The double thing, I think that our mind is not void for that purpose at all. It is okay. It works well if at all we are focused enough upon one thing. So that is the multitasking concept is not good at all. So take one thing at a time. If at all something is too unimportant, give it to something else, someone else, and instead of doing it for yourself. So, but pay attention to one task at a time. So that is the seventh mind, that is the seventh mental exercise. Now the eighth is do less to do more. Do less to do more. What is this? It apparently looks strange, but the good thing is not to pay much of the attention to the unimportant thing, rather to focus upon the important things only, because 80% of the results are produced by 20% of the work. 20% of the work, produces some 80% of the results. So that is another 80% of the work produces some 20% of the work. So for this purpose, I think we need to pay attention to the 80% results and 20% of the work. So that is how we need to stay relaxed, keep relaxed, and apparently it might seem, counterintuitive, but it is very very useful. Do less to do more. This may sound counterintuitive. So many of the tasks to do list, leaving little time for rest or reflection. I think we need to take a good amount of time for the rest and the reflection. So dear friends and fellows, so these are the eight mental exercises which will keep us relaxed on the one hand, which will make us more and more productive on the other hand. That's all from me at the moment. So I request you to please subscribe my channel. Thank you.